Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. We have a really awesome guest today, and I'm really looking forward to our conversation. So thank you so much, Catfish Terry, for being here.
I don't know if I got enough battery left or not, but it got one out of it.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all having me, y'all.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Like what I want to talk about. I look forward to your streams every day. I can't believe I get to talk to you.
I've been neglecting my streams past week anyways because I ain't been feeling good, but
get to talk to you. My phone. Are you feeling better today? Get some rest yesterday?
Yeah, I've been laying around all day today. I've been having breathing problems for some reason, and bad as I hate to, I'm gonna have to get back to the doctor. But man, I don't want to go.
Oh. I don't blame you.
I can hear you there. Well, hello to everybody in the chat, man. There's a lot of people in here. Patty, I see Geek Boy in there. There's just the list goes on. Peplin. I know I'll miss people, so just.
You can go back.
You got a ton of great ones.
Oh, man, there's
Jess is here.
Yep.
Mike's Aquatics and Things is here. Patty with the best comments is here.
Yep.
I hate stupid people.
Oh, yeah.
Peplin, an awesome dude. Appreciate him.
Jeff
Rowe just jumped in. What's up, Jeff Rowe?
Thank you, guys. Are you finished up with all the snow?
Our road here in the neighborhood is still just nothing but ice, but the yard and the main roads are all getting clear now, and I think it's supposed to rain tonight.
Yeah, we were supposed to get some rain this afternoon, but it hasn't started yet. But we got ice like a month ago, and this time we just got tons and tons of snow. But my poor pond, because of it's been so cold. This is the first year that the de-icer just froze too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, couldn't keep up.
So all the pond, everything is frozen solid.
What you got in your pond?
In the pond, I have rosy red minnows and 4 koi and a goldfish that are pretty good. So they should be okay. But this is the first year that it was like frozen.
Yeah, those kois and goldfish, man, I have them freeze over in my pond. They're tough.
Yeah, they are tough. This is the first year, though, in the 300-gallon tubs that they're above ground. I have some white cloud minnows and some mosquito fish in the other one. And I don't know. Yeah. I know they're cold water, but I don't know how cold. So
yeah, you'll find out when they thaw.
Yeah, the smaller ones I went ahead and brought in. They have all the different rice fish in them that I have, and they were just too small. I knew it would be just too much. So I have them in the pool table room, lined up against the wall. But those other ones, I was like, they should be okay. We get cold here, but it's never like crazy. And then this year it was,
I figured y'all would have cold weather a lot up in Missouri.
Yeah, it gets hot and it gets cold, but it's nothing too extreme. We'll get usually to 0, and then there's a few days in the summer we might get to like 100.
We've been
kind of in the middle.
We've been really mild the last 10, 15 years, but it finally came back and bit us this week.
Yeah, it did. Yep, Same here.
It did for sure. Well, it's been a long time. We recorded in the state of Missouri. We recorded 15 days in a row below freezing.
Yeah.
Usually you'll get one day that spikes a little bit.
Scott, buddy. I hate it, but we need it because down here, man, ticks and stuff gets so bad and everything. We need some freezing weather.
Oh, yeah. I can go just in the backyard to feed the dogs and come in and pick off 3 ticks the last couple of years. It's been like an abnormal amount. And yeah. They need to go. That's like the one thing I don't like. I can handle just about anything, but I don't like those.
Oh, I know. And two, we'd have big shad kills on our lakes and everything. And man, it's been so mild the last several years. We haven't had that, and we actually need that too. It's so much shad and everything out there. It's makes it a lot tougher if you're trying to catch fish and everything.
Yeah, we live kind of close to Lake of the Ozarks. And what did you say? This was the first year in 10 years it's completely froze over?
Yeah, the Lake of the Ozarks.
It hasn't done that.
Froze over, and the Gasconade River that actually is one of the only rivers in the continental United States that actually runs backwards.
That's crazy.
It froze all the way up to the mouth of the Missouri River that obviously feeds the Mississippi River. And that was pretty neat. I got some pretty cool footage of that.
Y'all definitely having some cold weather.
Yeah, but I feel bad complaining because you get in the chats and the people north. I'm like, well, now I feel bad for.
Yeah, they're kind of in our chats. They're kind of laughing at us because we're complaining. And they're up.
It's bad for me now.
They're up in Canada minus 35, and us complaining about 10 degrees.
Yeah, our dogs though are outside dogs. I had to practically drag them in. They're like, no, I like it. And I was like, no, please come in. But she's
got a kind heart, folks. The dogs were fine, but she physically wanted the dogs inside because she felt bad.
It hurt me. But I think the only thing that enjoyed the weather was our dogs, because I think after this week we're gonna have a good old litter of puppies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the dogs, one, they can give you the sad look, but man, I hate to be a dog and be out there stuck in it too.
I can't ever pronounce these. Say their name.
We have Shiba Inus, which are cousins to the Akita, which are Japanese dogs. Which, if you don't know what they are, the easiest way to describe it is they're a husky times 10. They're little, and they got double coats. They enjoy the cold.
They love the outdoors. I got a chocolate husky, and we've had huskies. We've had 2 more that passed away, and they love the snow and the cold, man.
Yeah, they hate the rain. They will not come out of their doghouse for rain. They'll look out and look at you and go,
If they're like mine, they hate thunderstorms too.
Yeah. Yep. Well, see, the bad thing is right across from our house is our big park in our town, and that's where they shoot off the town's fireworks every year. And I have to bring them in because they will jump the fence. They will do anything impossible to escape those they're loud. So I have to lock them down in the lawn, do anything I possibly can because they do not appreciate any.
They hate it. Mine tries getting in bed with us when they're shooting fireworks.
Yeah. Phoebe's here. Hi, Phoebe. Jeffro said he made a ScienceGal video this week, or in the chat, and I was so nervous when he came and recorded that I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys will have to check that out because that was a long time ago. We probably look really goofy. That'll be an interesting flashback.
Monster Fish Gal, appreciate it, y'all. Lori Monster Fish Gal, she's the most underrated person around. A heck of a mod.
She's always there with everything that you need.
Every stream you go in, she's sharing mods.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Zen Ginger's in here.
Tiffany's here. Hi,
Tiffany, Petro Man, Big J.
Big J, buddy. Big J trying to close in on those watch hours, him and Swampy.
Well, have you gotten any plants or anything recently for your tanks? I know you said something about wanting to get more plants.
I went down there to get some more plants, and Swampy's going to send me some, but I've kind of put it off because I pulled in and that parking lot, they was full the other day. But
yeah,
I got myself now. I'm wanting to, before I do it, I'm wanting to get me one of those muscle racks, and I'm going to add me a few tanks in this room here, so I kind of
Do
put
you
it on her.
Do you have 5 gallon and 10 gallons with live bears?
I got a 5-gallon mutt guppies, and I got a 10-gallon albino snakeskin
Yeah, that's
guppies, and I got a 10-gallon of half black pastels.
oh wow.
Then I got a 37-gallon platinum galaxies from redfish, bluefish.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a 20-gallon koi angelfish. So
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm trying to piece your fishery together in my head through all the chats. And I was like, I feel like I know kind of what you have, but not really.
yeah, my son moved out and bought a house, so I got this room here I'm going to turn into a fish room. So I'm going to get me some racks and stuff for it.
Mm-hmm. Once it starts, you're like,
Well, I can't go as far as y'all do. Y'all are unreal, man. Y'all, Danica and all of you.
Yeah, I know. I was like, we were talking about it the other day because I don't think I have quite, I'm in like the 20 something range. And I was like, it's about right because we can water change and do everything in one day if we need to. It's not too much. I feel like I want more, but that doesn't mean I need any more. Because it's like the right balance of, it's not too much. Like I can do it myself. It's always more fun when he helps me. But I would really, really, really like a 300-gallon. And I would really, really, really like a 50-gallon low boy. But I have absolutely nowhere to put a 50-gallon low boy.
Yeah, you'll probably wind up with one though.
Yeah. We walked into a fish store a few years ago. It was probably a few years ago now. And they had one it was like $99. And I was like, yeah, but I'm sure if it's here, we can find it again. And of course, no, they've never had one since. And I just kick myself for not just buying it then when it was right there.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yes, Lumpy Dog, you hit that entire statement on the head.
We'll read it to everybody.
Well, he said fish keepers work real hard to get their aquariums, their fish room correctly. And then once it's all achieved, then basically you tear it apart and start over again.
You do. Like, it's so true. You sit back and enjoy it for maybe a day before you're like.
It usually lasts about a week. And then you go, well, I can make it better.
Well.
I don't see how y'all keep up with it. Like Kenny, 70-something tanks.
Yeah, that I can't.
Big J. And now Kenny's wanting a big tank. He's wanting some stingrays, and he'll wind up with some stingrays. So that'll be nice.
Like every tank you look at, they show you're like that's just cool.
Oh, I know. It don't do you no good to look at all their tanks. Even y'all, once you get showing them,
it's just
everything you see you want.
Yes, and they'll ask you sometimes in the chat what my favorite fish is, and it's hard because it's like honestly whichever one I'm watching in the video at the time.
And Furlow's got some beautiful tanks.
I know.
Oh yeah, he just jumped in. I see him in the chat.
Yeah.
What's up, Furlow?
Awesome guy.
Thanks.
Mary's here. Hi, Mary.
Yeah, Mary. I see Mary. I was getting ready to
Mary Page.
Welcome, guys. I feel like I'm talking to the next big superstar.
Oh, your husband?
You.
No, I ain't no superstar.
Man, your chats though, I get kick out of them. I really do look forward to them. The music's chill. The conversation's great. Your hosting skills is amazing. I'm like, man, I hope to be a live streamer like that someday.
Kerri, it's all the people coming in there. It ain't nothing to do with the hosting. Man, believe me, I have sat there by myself and drunk coffee, and it ain't me. I can't even stand to watch my reruns.
Yeah, I can't. Let me tell you, the one thing starting this channel and editing that was so hard was like watching yourself back so much. I was like, I've never looked at my face so much in my life.
I cannot stand to watch my replays.
It's hard. Once the video goes out or the live stream goes out, it's for all to enjoy.
Catfish Mama there.
Oh,
Welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate her coming in.
I can, yeah.
But no, it is, man. There's so many great people, and I started out with a great fish family, and this past year I ain't got to do much, but I'd get out and fish a lot, and I had a great followers anyways. Then Chuck, Chewy introduced me to Nathan and Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, man, Nathan got me in with the fish family and everything. And it's amazing how both groups is so much alike and everything. And everybody can just sit and have a good time. And and these people, man, they'll do anything for you, too. They'll give you the shirt off their backs. And
yeah, it's true. I talk about it all the time. He's got really good friends that he's had forever, but I don't really have that many. And it was like, I don't really want that many anymore because I got the fish fam, and that's really all I want.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. If you need anything or have a question, everybody's so helpful and kind.
I used to belong to fishing clubs and everything. And I joined the clubs back when I was young to learn about fishing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And man, got in there, and I didn't stay in the clubs long because everybody wanted to keep everything a secret and everything. Mm-hmm. And this here, man, they'll share anything to help you. And from day one, I didn't know nothing about fish tanks, and I have practically had no problems with my fish tanks because what I've learned from all of y'all.
I know.
Well, and it's trial and error. And what's so good about this community is that everybody swaps ideas, and nobody really judges you.
Yeah, no judging.
What works for you may not work for us, but somewhere in the middle, it'll work for both of us.
Heck, some things I work in one tank won't even work for me in another tank.
So I never knowed anything about you had to cycle a tank or anything. And all of y'all have made it so much fun to learn. And I'm 63 years old, and I've always said you never get too old to learn, man. At anything you do or anything, you can always learn.
Yes. I feel like I feel down if I watch too much just crap. I feel like I just feel more motivated just in general when I'm trying to research or look into things and just not, I don't know. And being part of the fish fam, there's always something to learn and see and look into, and something new you had no idea.
Yeah, it's amazing, like I say. And I wish I could have found stuff like this 20 years ago on here. Yeah. I never dreamed about going to YouTube and meeting so many great people because, like I say, I've been all over and everything. And like Instagram, I don't like Instagram. I got over 2,000 followers, but it's a lot of fakes on Instagram with those 2,000. I'll just get a bunch of junk mail, them trying to sell you something or some bogus clicks they're wanting you to click on. And I thought YouTube would be the same way, but it's not.
Yeah, he does the Instagram. I think I've posted like maybe 5-6 pictures on Instagram. I signed up last year and I just forget about it.
I never go to it, and I'm not on Facebook much anymore other than maybe post some pictures or look at a few pictures because it has got into a lot of politics and stuff too.
Yeah, I've got it weeded down now. That the only thing I see is my family and fish groups.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm on Facebook for is barbecue.
Yeah, that's true.
Barbecue. Like me, we do a lot of barbecuing on my channel too, and cooking and food. And
what is it that you have that
and I've got hooked on the Instant Pot, man. I'm trying to find something I can't fix in it. That thing's amazing.
I've learned. I'm an okay cook. It's edible.
I always love grilling and smoking with the smoker and everything. But the Instant Pot's unreal too.
Yeah, he always does a competition each year with his son at the Ain't Fair, where it's like a barbecue competition, and it ain't fair, so you don't ever agree with the winner, but we all get together and eat at the end. And
it's a lot of fun to that stuff, man.
Oh yeah, there's about 50 of us cookers that show up, and well, because at our local county fair years ago, they discontinued it, so they started what they call the Ain't Fair, and so there's about 50 of us that show up, and we spend. You can start as early as you want. You can start the night before, whatever you want. You got till 4 o'clock to turn your stuff in. You got open meat, pork steak, and open dish. Your open dish cannot be no more than 50% meat. It's got to be something else, and just have at it. It's a great time. A lot of good people. It's just a big fun, everybody get together kind of thing.
It ain't nothing no funner than stuff like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I always like watching that Kingsford barbecue cook-offs they'd always have on that show and everything. And
yeah, we always get done watching those things, be like, we'd win.
Yeah, I know. That's the way I feel too.
I'm a little partial, but I think I can do that.
Yeah.
And like I say, we all feel that way, but I definitely feel that way a lot of times, especially some of these steakhouses and everything, man. Even my boys say it, you know. I know good and well I've cooked better ribs than some of these places around. It's a place up in Gatlinburg. They said wins awards every year, and every time I've ate there, I've had to send them back because they're so tough and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I am not allowed to go to barbecue places because I pretty much send everything back.
I do, man. I send steaks back, ribs back, and
See, I'm the type of person I'd be like, well, this is not anything of what I ordered, but I guess this is what I needed to eat today.
I was dancing a jig down here when Logan's went out of business.
Oh, that's awesome. Now,
I don't think I ever got a good meal out of them.
I like one of them had good dinner rolls. I just would go there and eat the rolls.
I like the peanuts they had. That's about the only thing.
Yep. It was that. Yep.
And a lot of people raves about Logan's, but I never had a good steak or. One time I got a decent rack of ribs out there, but steaks, I can't tell you how many steaks I've sent back and finally have to settle for a ground steak.
Well, you're definitely getting a shout out from the Carver family. I will never talk bad about Catfish Terry steaks or barbecue.
Well, I should hope.
I know. I know.
Family.
I know. That's why I think it's funny. Yeah. Never talk about. No. Well, on that note, I find it funny because my son is working at a place now to make a little money, and he's cooking steaks, and it's been a couple weeks ago, but he cooked a steak for a lady, and the husband came back and gave him a tip. He goes, my wife is always so picky. This is the first steak she's never sent back and actually enjoyed it.
That's good, man. I mean, it's places. I love Texas Roadhouse. We don't have any close by here, but I'd rather eat there than any place around for a good steak or ribs.
Mm-hmm. There's one, or at least it was one, a couple hours where I work, a couple hours away. But there's not. I think. What is that place that we have? We have a Colton. I think we have a Colton's here.
It always seemed like, though, if it's a bad steak in the restaurant, it was there waiting for me every time I got there.
They already had your name on it.
Then everybody else, their steak's great and everything.
Yeah. I got picky once me and Jesse got back together. Before I didn't care. I would just eat it was good to me. I didn't have to cook it, and I didn't have to clean up the mess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm spoiled. I'm a farm kid.
Yeah.
I have my own beef, so I can't.
See, that's the problem. You get used to eating your own, you cook and everything, then it's hard to go out and eat too, because I'm all time grilling and, like I say, smoking and everything. So,
Well, back to fish, Kerri. You gotta go back to fish, because otherwise I'll just keep talking to Terry about food. I'll just keep going and going and going.
Patty, steak talk. I'm a vegetarian.
Oh goodness.
Well, what
Missing
kind of
out.
vegetables do you want me to grill?
Yeah, I'm hungry too now. Thanks.
Hey, I can have a full room in my streams, and we're going good and everything. When we get on a food kick, all of a sudden they start dropping out there. Everybody's getting hungry and going to fix something to eat.
There for a while, it seemed like everybody used to talk about tacos. It seemed like it was like we'd always get on food talk, and I was like, yeah. It's like my son lives on pizza and tacos, and I don't know how he still grows, but somehow he still does.
Big tank, buddy.
Hank.
No, I really wanted to talk to you mainly about our similar water changing skills. Because I water changed with those little 1 gallon water jugs, 1 gallon at a time since ever, up until like last year. I finally got a somewhat different type of water changing system besides the 1 gallon bucket.
Well, I got a 5 gallon bucket. I drain everything in, then I fill them back up with a 1 gallon bucket.
Yep, that's what I did for a long time, and I wanted to show you what I do now. Because we were talking about how I used a pump from Lowe's, a water hose, and a...
Oh, yeah, you are the one was talking about getting the pump. It was a good idea.
This, if you're going to convert the room you're in now, this is by far the easiest, fastest, and you can even let your water sit, whatever you need to do. Take your time with it if you have time, or if you need to hurry up and get it done, you can do it. Super simple.
I'm excited to hear about that.
But see, I don't have any experience with the Python stuff, and I don't think I have a way to hook one up, so that's why I didn't use a Python, and I know a lot of people like them, but this is what I use, and what I use. I'm going to spin you around, and I'll show you.
Pythons won't work on my faucets either. So
but this one is my clean water, and then I have a washer and dryer hookup or something that goes in, and then there's a trash can right here with the exact same pump, and it goes up and out to my garden where my vegetables are. But I'll show you. This is what it's just this is what it looks like. You see, it's just a pump.
It's just a sump pump.
yeah.
It's just a sump, so you can fill that trash can full of your clean water.
And then this is the end of, and you can speed it up and slow it down by this little attachment. But at first I was worried that the water that settles in the water hose would be bad. So I would drain it out for a few seconds and then start filling up the water in the tanks. But it doesn't. Now I just let this sit with some prime or water conditioner in it for like 15, 20 minutes if I'm running like I need to get it done. But otherwise, I usually put a little bit of water conditioner in that, and then I let it sit overnight, and then I'll fill up my tanks or water change the next day.
Well, as you rotate, you can rotate towards that other the outgoing can.
Well, you can't really see it through the microphone. This one's not as big. It's just smaller, but it's the same pump, and then it goes up. And I just have a water hose on that too. But
that's a good idea. I always wondered about the hose pipe though, because when you drink out of hose pipe, that taste it's got and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it harmed fish or not.
Well, they make several different types of hoses.
I put it on wheels too, so like I'll drain all the water out of it and do water changes, and then I'll carry it upstairs to the arowana tank and fill up those tanks up there.
Yeah.
But it's a lot faster than my 1 gallon drinking water tub.
I know. That's exactly the reason I can't have many more tanks, because, man, it wears you out with those gallon jugs and 5 gallon buckets.
Yeah, because I would drain it in a 5 gallon. This is what I used to fill it up.
Yeah.
So, and I would listen to live chats all day and refilling that 180 gallon arowana tank 1 gallon at a time. Let me tell you, it takes some time out of it.
That would be rough on a big tank.
He's like, do you want me to drain any more water out? I'm like, no, because I have to fill that all back up.
That would be rough on a big tank, man. I couldn't picture it. My 37 gallons bad enough.
But I was screaming at my phone. I'm like, I want to show you my system. What we're talking about.
But yeah, if you get a large trash can and put the rollers on it, the base underneath it, you can fill your water up in it and be able to move it wherever you want. And as long as you have a plug-in relatively close, because the sump pumps that you can buy at Lowe's got like an 8 to 10 foot cord on them.
Yeah.
You can just go to town on filling up tanks. I mean,
and you can make it like to a trickle. So some of them I don't want it
where you could walk away if you had to or something.
And I just use like these little clips. I'll clamp the water hose onto the tank so I know it's not going anywhere and kind of turn it down a little bit. And then there's other tanks like the Splendens. They like to play in the flow, so I'll crank it up a little bit more and let them swim in it. The arowana just tries to eat the nozzle.
That's an awesome idea, though.
The whole getup was, I honestly still, it's not much more than a Python cost. And that pump is I think it was, I don't know if it was the smallest one, but it's definitely on the smaller size that they have at Lowe's at the hardware store. So it's nothing.
Well, I mean, even if you still wanted to do your 5 gallon bucket or 6 gallon bucket, it would still be a lot easier using that pump to put the water back in from that bucket than those gallon jugs and everything.
Yeah, because I'll fill up I have a 3 gallon bucket that for my puffer, my brackish tank upstairs, I'll fill it up and then take it upstairs and then put the salt in it. So, and it just makes it easier just all around, easier.
What I hate about the gallon jugs, man, you got to pour it real easy or you're blowing your sand everywhere and everything. So
yeah, this tank right here, this 55 spinning around, this Amica Splendid tank right here, it's dirted. And I had to fill that up using that 1 gallon thing really slowly.
Yeah, I'm scared to even try a dirt tank.
This one behind me right here, this arm, is got some dirt in it too. And the plants grow 10 times faster than this one that's just flue ball and sand.
Now, what kind of fish do y'all all have?
Down here's mainly live bears. In fact, it's all live bears, but I have the Kerri tetras and the CPDs. And then upstairs we have some puffers, some goldfish, and then my silver arowana.
All right.
So.
Yeah. And then the rice fish and everything are in the other room.
I'm trying to talk my dad into giving me some of his angel fish. I want some angel fish, and he's got 6.
I fell in love with these angel fish. I got a pair, and I love them, man. I hope they breed.
Yeah, my dad said his is paired off, but I've never gotten anything like that. I've always gotten babies from the live bears, but I've never actually tried to breed them either. So now that I have a community tank that has some, I think it's got a gourami, neon tetra, and some guppies down here now too. And I want to put something in there that's not overly aggressive, but I want to breed something besides live bears, but I've never really tried. So it's new and I'm excited. But I'm trying to get my hands on those angelfish from my dad.
Hey, Crystal. Abolish, good way to stay in shape. Yeah. Rich T wants to know, how high does the sump pump the water before it slows down to a trickle?
It's pretty low, honestly, in that trash can. It's only like just a little bit before it starts making a grinding noise, and I have to turn it off. That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Color guppies. Swampy ran about, I heard about a 12-hour stream last night working on those watch hours.
Really? I saw that he was on, but I came back from work yesterday, and I was like,
Have y'all had that guy on your show yet, Diego?
mm-mm. So, is it Select Pets?
Oh, no, that ain't Diego, is it? But I was wondering if y'all have had Diego up here yet, Petsotic. Is it Petsotic? I was just wondering if he talked y'all to death like he does in my streams and everything.
Well, we're so bad at trying. I can't multitask. I'm not good at talking and reading at the same
Select
time.
Pet says you should be able to breed convict cichlids.
That's what they say, but I just every time I go to the fish store, I feel like I have a plan in my head. This is what I'm gonna get, and then I see something else, and I'm like, oh goodness, I like them too. And then the plan goes to haywire, and
I love a lot of the cichlids and everything, but you just need such a big tank, and I don't have the room for the big tanks.
yes.
Oh, Rich T, yes. That pump, the sump pumps, I can pump water just as fast. I can pump as high as you want. I mean, that's what they're designed for. They're designed to clear out basements.
Yeah.
So pumping water into a fish tank is nothing. You can put a fish tank 100 foot in the air, and I can pump water into it.
I used the dirty pump, the one with the dirty water in it, because I didn't care to pump the swimming pool outside, and it pumped that swimming pool, and that swimming pool was 14, one of those blow up ones from Walmart. It's pretty good size, but it drained that swimming pool down in no time flat.
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
That's good. That's a good idea, man.
But if the basement floods or anything and I need to do something with it every once in a while, that I use the dirty one. I keep that. I'm pretty picky about like who comes around my clean water get up. But my dirty one, I'm like, yeah, it's dirty. It's not seeing anything but the dirty fish tank water. But pumping that stuff out to my garden this year, I have been trying to grow vegetables, I don't know, 20 years. And sometimes I get like one little something. But using that water this year on the garden completely changed everything. Like
fish poop water works wonders. That's why they sell it as fish emulsion at the store.
I was like, people have been saying this works, and
I've heard it. I heard it's real good on a garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that arugula red lettuce to grow like crazy, and I was like, man, this stuff is good. I got some squash and cucumbers and bell peppers. I had some broccoli for a minute, but the rabbits got the broccoli and the spinach. I got it. Was like, it's growing. Oh my gosh! And then the
Holly. Great saying, Holly. Like I say, y'all, you got a lot of great people in here. Sandy, Holly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they just keep. I can't even keep up with it. They're talking to each other. It's going so fast.
How many people you got in the room, y'all?
45, I think.
45, awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like you're quite might have to get you to permanently co-host.
Nah, it ain't ain't got a thing to do with it, y'all. I've been seeing your streams. I've been seeing the numbers y'all get.
Yeah, it took me forever. I bought this equipment, like no joke, like 8 months. And it took me forever to be like, just do it. Nothing bad's going to happen. Just try it. And each stage I still get like super nervous. But
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I started.
Man, just get up here and, I never foreseen myself doing this because I was one who couldn't stand to get up and go up to a chalkboard and work a problem out in school. Not sit back there and be scared to death. Teacher's going to call your name and
Oh
everything.
my goodness, yes.
But man, you just got to block it out of your head and just feel like you're standing out in the yard and talking to your neighbor or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's practically all we're doing,
Mm-hmm. And I'd forget like how to read. Like they're like, read this out loud. And reading out loud, let me tell you, was the one thing that scared me the most. Was like, please I don't want to read out loud. Please don't make me.
Hey, I feared it in school, man, and I never was a good reader and still not a good reader.
Mm-hmm. I can't pronounce words very well.
No, I definitely can't. Some of these names they come up with and the names y'all call out on fish, I do not understand how y'all can call all these names out.
Well, they trip me up when they start throwing the actual Latin names out. Oh boy.
I honestly go to Danica and listen to Danny a few times. I'm like, so that's how you say that.
Yeah, Danny can rattle.
Yeah, him and redfish, bluefish, Jason, man. Jason can throw some names out there.
Yeah, his facility looks really nice.
Yeah, he's got it fixed up nice. But I always be scared to death they'd call you out in the classroom and never could stand that. And I never foreseen myself getting on here doing this. And I tried it one day, man, and it was such a ball that one day. I mean, everybody started coming in and everything. It just gets in your blood once you get doing it.
Well, you don't have to start any conversations with anybody with why fish.
Yeah.
I could not tell you in the very beginning of starting this channel and like you want to come look at it, watch my video. They're like, why? Why fish? Why? And I'm like, why not? I really like them. And I like to think I know what I'm doing. At the time I didn't. Now I know a lot more. But I was like, why not? Why not share it, And it's just so nice to even when you go to the conventions and see everybody in person or talking to everybody on the live chat, it's like you just don't have to explain it. It just takes a whole let me give you my spiel.
It's nothing no more peaceful than seeing people get up here and share their tanks and everything's different. Every tank you see, everybody's got, none of them's alike.
Yes, and they're like you said, every time you see something, you can learn something or something new, or you get introduced. Because the one thing that really changed everything was plants. Because I had tanks my whole life, and I kind of knew a little bit about it, but it wasn't until I went back to school and started talking to everybody in a few classes that it clicked on why, the nitrogen. I knew about it, but I didn't know about stuff.
Like I say, we didn't know about water changes or nothing. And back when I was a kid, we'd have goldfish, and in 2 days, your water was so cloudy you couldn't see your fish and stuff. And now you see all these goldfish tanks like Hat Trick Farms, man, just beautiful fish. And I would have never dreamed you could keep a tank that clear and everything.
I know, because I just always had the plastic stuff. And now that I had plants, I still have some algae because I have an inability still to turn off a light, but the tanks are just, even I have a couple no filter tanks that just, you don't really have to do anything to them. They're just clear. And it's like, goodness gracious, that changed everything.
That actually blowed me away too. Big J's got some non-filter tanks, and I didn't even dream about that, but he said they're doing good and everything.
Yeah, they're the clearest ones I have.
That's crazy.
Out of algae, and the more plants I get, I still water change regularly, but I don't have to water change like I was.
Yeah.
It seems like the plants
talking
really
about
do.
Dan again. Hi, Dan again.
I know. Hi, Dan again.
Kenny.
Yeah, I just had no idea how. And once you go down that plant, just like seeing all the different fish and all the cool things out there, same with the plants, you're like, oh my gosh.
And like I say, I learn and see stuff I like. I learn every show and every one I watch. I don't remember the names of everything, and I'll never remember any of the names, but you learn so much every stream you get in. It's just it's unreal.
Yes.
Yep. Take a little piece from everything.
Well, I just always thought you put your 1 inch of gravel, put a couple fake plants in there, use the light with whatever it came on your set, your kit, and you fed them every time. Like, you remembered to feed them, and you water changed once a week, and you would take about a couple inches out, and you put the water back in, and I never put any. What was water conditioner?
Yeah.
And it's like the more you get into it and talking to people and learn, it's just it's changed everything.
That's like my son started out with a 20-gallon tank here, and he went and bought it at PetSmart and everything. Bought a bunch of sicklies and everything, but they don't tell you nothing about what you got to do, need to do, or how big the fish you're going to get. And man, he lost so many fish in that tank, and he wound up having one to live, and it was not an Oscar, and that thing got that big. But they don't tell you about water changes and when you go to a place and buy anything like that and starting the hobby out.
Yeah, I had my oldest goldfish. I've had that goldfish for nearly it's got to be 15 years now. And the majority of that fish's life, he was in with a heater. And I'm embarrassed to say that, but let me tell you, when everything clicked, I have never yanked equipment out of a tank so fast in my life. And now he's got a proper home and he's enjoying life so much more. But there's so many things looking back. I had so many cool fish that I just had no idea. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to.
Yeah.
I thought, from what I was told.
Yeah, what you think anyways. And you get to...
Oh, man, some of the things.
Oh, sounds like Kenny's working on hang on the back filters. I've been reading the chat. He says he's got 2 filters not working. Tear them things apart. Pull the magnets out of them. Clean them.
Yeah, he saved a lot of I thought, another thing, I thought when those hang on the back filters got clogged, they were done. Threw them away and went buy a new one. I didn't know they came apart and you could clean them and you could
I
save
can strip them things down to nothing. And
they work like brand new. There's that little propeller magnet.
I didn't know you could take them apart.
Oh, yeah. I can rip them down, file the magnet, and get them to remagnetize, and they'll spin up like a top.
Danikin said canisters.
Oh, that's even worse.
We have 1 canister filter.
Yeah, those are a pain in the butt.
They're not that bad.
Well,
they're messy.
They're a lot messier.
We use the Tetra Whisper. I've always used the Tetra Whisper filters, and now I have the Fluval sponge and some media in an aquarium bag in them. But before, I always used the little insert things. And when they broke, I threw the whole thing out and called it good. So,
what kind of canister filter? Because that will definitely depend on the motor. They come apart in about 3 different ways.
Yeah, make sure this there's no sand in the motor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've broke a few of, he's had to clean a few of them like that.
Oh, I'm sure he has. Okay. He got FX6.
That's the one we have that one on our arowana tank.
Yeah. I've taken that thing apart. It is really cool. But Kerri got really scared when I took it completely apart.
Listen.
Select Pets got a good thing there. I don't know if you've already done it, Jesse, but need videos on breaking down.
Yeah.
Hang on the back. That would be some good video.
Yeah, I have one that It's on this. It's a no filter tank now. It got clogged. Last year. I don't even know when, and I just was like, it's good. I don't need it, and that. So I can. You can fiddle with that one.
That's fine. It'll take me about 10 minutes to fix it.
I have a very short patience level, and when things stop working, I'm just like, get it, just get rid of it. I'm done. I have a very short. I like things to work the way they're supposed to, and I don't like to fiddle with anything, especially electronics.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than nothing worse.
Well, Kevin says they got 4 nano hang on the backs from Aquarium Co-op like a month or two ago, and there is like a fifth the amount of water that they're supposed to. Mm-hmm. So something's slowing it down for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Get your favorite water.
Yeah, I'm with Danica. I don't want to see it. We have a new TV upstairs that it's brand new, I know, but it's about to go. We got this TV because when I was redoing the basement, I decided to hit the TV by accident with board, trying to get the board out of the room, out of the house.
So I got a new TV.
So I had to go buy a new TV because I broke it.
Really?
She called me and said, I made an oopsie.
An oopsie.
Yeah. I decided to break the TV.
Wow.
Well, it sounds like most of your fish fam's on your side. Furlough, Danica, everybody's on your side on if it doesn't work, get rid of it and start anew. That's the only reason she keeps me around, folks, is because I fix it.
Well, see, my whole life, my mom's the type that, like our wash machine, our refrigerator, our cars, the moment, the inkling, it was like possibly going out, get rid of it. I'm getting a new one. It's a headache. I'm done. So I never realized you could fix stuff.
Thank you, Geek Boy. I side on your side, bud.
So
that's
now
me.
with him, I'm never going to get anything new again because probably just in karma, I got so much new stuff when I was a kid that now we got to fix everything. So.
You know, I've always been weary on that, though. Certain thing, it depends what's broke and stuff, because
exactly.
We had a coffee pot tore up one time, and Lisa's dad fixed it for us and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in there. We lived in a trailer at the time, and I was in there taking a shower and everything, and I had a little chihuahua.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, that chihuahua man was raising Cain in my bedroom and everything. And I got out of the shower, went in there, and my coffee pot and everything was on fire, and it was already coming up the wall of the trailer and everything. And ever since then, I've been a little weary on any kind of electric things, refixing them or something. Because I'm lucky I didn't. If it wasn't for that dog, I would have burned up in that trailer. Because it wouldn't took much longer. It would have been gone like a match.
Yeah, because that stuff moves quick.
So I'm leery with anything electric like that and repairing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got where I just go out and buy a new one anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a really, I don't know. I just cannot stand too many things plugged in. Like just because there's that many outlets, I don't like to plug that many things in it because it wears on my mind. Yeah. And that's the one thing about the fish room that drives me absolutely completely bonkers is the cords, because I can't even think just thinking about it.
She's OCD about that, folks. They have to be organized and straight.
It really, it's one of those things, like it probably shouldn't keep me up at night, but it really honestly does, because I cannot stand cords, and then I don't like to have that many cords plugged into that. It just seems like it's just an irrational thing in my head. I don't like it. And some of the times, like outside, he'll be like, "Just put an extension cord in it." And I was like, I cannot plug an extension cord into an extension cord. Like I physically can't. Like I think it would make me like have a complete meltdown.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those little odd quirks about myself.
Kevin, when you pulled the motor on that, did you completely take it apart and clean the inside where it actually rotates on the rod and make sure that it's not bent? Because if that rod is bent at all, it will cause it to catch.
I'm a Scorpio and a whole lot of Scorpio. He asked me if I was a Virgo. I'm like, I am a little too much Scorpio for my own good.
When's your birthday, Kerri?
November 20th.
I was born November 9th. I'm Scorpio.
Mm-hmm. So you know. You get me. Jesse here and my son's a Gemini, so it's like living with 4 different people. And I'm just
Hi.
I have like, he tells me I need to get, I don't, like I have a sense of humor, but I don't necessarily, I'm not like a joker. Usually sometimes I take things way too serious and I need to like not be that way.
Yeah.
But Jesse here, he's a jokester, and it's like, oh.
Her grasp sarcasm is funny.
It's one of those things I just don't get it sometimes. You have to literally tell me it was a joke.
Excuse me.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of people like it, but you got to get out and have fun and everything. And
That's the reason I'm looking forward to Aquashella. I have fun at Aquashella.
I'm 5 days after furlough, November 4th. Awesome.
Yeah, I just seen that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I might joke too much, and I know some people take me serious, and I know I've lost a few subscribers over it that they took me serious when I was just kidding and stuff. And I don't mean anything about things, but I do like to kid around and have a good time and everything.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit better since having kids, but it's one of those things that I need to work on. And then that's why it takes me forever, I think, too, to like put out videos, because I take everything so serious, and sometimes you just need to have more fun with it.
Well, I wouldn't worry about the videos and never worry about no thumbs down or anything.
No, I don't.
Don't let that stuff bother you, because YouTube don't care if you get a thumbs down or a thumbs up as long as you get one of them.
Well, Furlough hit that one right. The world needs to laugh more. That ain't no
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Kevin, I was sorry I couldn't help you more. If I could actually see it, I'd try to help you do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing Kerri keeps me around for. Is
Fixing my stuff.
Fixing problems.
I get these bright ideas.
She gets lots of bright ideas, which is how we decided we were going to stack 2 55-gallons on top of each other.
I told him, I was like, this is taking up too much room, but I don't want to get rid of anything. So make it work.
Make it work and turn around and walk off, huh?
Uh-huh. They didn't give me any say in that stand at all. Every time I'd go in there and look at, get out. I'm like, okay. But it was a present, so they wanted his son built it for me to surprise me and give me a new stand. I think it was for my birthday a few years ago, and I was like, I'll take it. You did good.
Everybody hit the thumbs up for Kerri and them, y'all.
Yes, and if you haven't, go check out Catfish Terry.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Are you going to have a stream tomorrow morning, maybe?
I'm going to try my best to have it in the morning, and Tuesday night you've been in some of my Tuesday night 8 o'clock panels. Man, we have a blast.
I'm always in the chat.
We have a blast on panel night on Tuesday nights. But yeah, I'm going to try being in there and have my coffee in the morning, hopefully.
I can't miss it Tuesday because I never know when Joey's going to pop up a new outfit.
Oh, I know. And we thought she was going to pop up as furlough this past week, but she didn't do it. But
She's gonna make us wait. So about the time we forget about it, be like, oh yeah, and then she's gonna do it, and we're all gonna be.
she about killed me that night. She was up there dressed like me and everything, and had tricked something else.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we have a blast on that stream. It's just all the great people, and then most of them you're seeing in this room here now. It's just,
Yeah, the gang's all here.
Oh yeah. Well, I seen earlier, and I'm sure somebody will put it back up. I think Sand Creek might be going next.
Yes, I was gonna ask you: is Skipper going at 5 also, or who are we supposed to go to next?
I heard
Amy?
something about Skipper ain't going to be able to stream this week.
Okay.
I seen that earlier in the chat. And
we're gonna go see Sand Creek Aquatics 2 after this chat. Is where we're all gonna go. I have to make sure. I usually have a note so I can remember it, but today I don't. I wasn't sure. I saw that. I was like, I wasn't sure. I missed something. But yeah, we have a few minutes left. Do you have any videos planned coming out this week? Or is just kind of whatever happens?
I just, anything happens, man, I do it and everything. I just, like I say, I don't know until I get straightened back out. I can't plan nothing. I'm hoping to get back where I can get back out there fishing and everything. And I miss making my fishing videos and stuff, which, like I say, I ain't been able to do much of that this past year. So 2020 was awful for everybody, I know.
Yes. 2020 was awful. And so far, my 2021 has been on par.
my 21 ain't starting off too good, but
it's been a rough one.
hopefully though things will change for everybody. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? Even when things get crazy, the fish fam does make me feel better. Even like
hey, you can come in here for 2 or 3 hours and forget all your problems. That's what I love about it.
Yes. So
I can be feeling awful and finally make it in the stream, and I'll sit here for a couple hours and feel real good.
I always I don't know. I feel accomplished because I'm like, it was something I was so scared of and I did it. And then I just feel so lucky that we have such a, I can't say it enough because there's so many communities on YouTube that's not as cool as us.
Oh, it is.
So thankful.
Hey, all you got to do is stop in a few streams and hang out in the background, and they ain't got nothing going on like our families does and everything. So, Petty, I am feeling a lot better right now this evening. Thank goodness. Appreciate you.
Well, it looks like Father Fish might be going at the same time because Holly was asking a question.
He goes at 5 o'clock also.
Okay. 5 o'clock Central.
Our time, yes.
Yeah.
I know Father Fish is shutting down his, and I just wonder how much of a layoff between that will he be shutting his streaming down, or till he gets reset back up on his move, or what?
I'm not sure. I honestly have missed the last couple of them, so I'm not really sure.
All right. Well, Monster Fish Gal, she's threw it out there.
Yeah, she's starting here in a minute. But do you have one more? Do you have a Teespring store for t-shirts or anything yet?
I got Teespring store. I never go over there or anything, but I got coffee cups and shirts and everything. I never even go there. I don't push it a lot. My cups, when I can here and there, I'll give 1 or 2 away and stuff. I actually owe 2 out now. I need to get taken care of, but yeah, I love my coffee cups, and I need to get back over there and tweak on it a little bit.
I need to get some Catfish Terry stuff. I don't have anything.
I got to get me some more decals made up, and And definitely need to get you a coffee cup too. I love my coffee cup, so they turned out good and everything.
They did. Well, thank you. Just mainly thank you for chatting with me. It always goes by so fast, and I always feel rude, like, okay, bye.
No, I appreciate y'all having me, y'all. And what I really appreciate, Kerri, man, I appreciate seeing you pop in my morning streams with coffee and all the streams y'all pop in and everything. I appreciate y'all doing that.
It's one of my favorites. I'm not going to lie. You're one of my favorite chats.
I appreciate everybody who comes in and hangs out with us, y'all.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And everybody in the chat, too, thanks for making this chat, like, super awesome. Everyone's here. It was a good time.
Oh,
it just
was
goes
awesome.
by so
Thank
fast.
everybody so much.
Monster Fish Gal, thank you for everything you do.
All the links. Yes,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you.
She's been working her, but
I get to feeling so bad for her because you never see her sit back and enjoy anybody's stream because she's constantly working and everything.
I know. That's the reason I was like, I didn't know who to make mods because I'm a horrible mod. Like I'm just bad at it.
Since they've changed it where you can't just click on somebody now, I'm awful at being a mod or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care nothing about if I'm a mod or not.
I know. Do not, like, if you have a choice, pick someone else.
Yeah, but I tell you, if you don't have his Monster Fish Gal as a mod, and Swampy Acres is another one, man, and Peplin, those people, they're underrated, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs, and you'll see how underrated they are if you go check their numbers out.
Mm-hmm.
You would take it for granted their numbers are shooting through the roof, but they're not, because everybody thinks everybody's got them, but everybody do need to make sure you got them, though.
Yeah, everybody check them out. And check out Catfish Terry, too, while you're at it.
And ScienceGal, y'all. I appreciate you coming in, like I say, hanging out with us and everything. Y'all try making up on Tuesday panels sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna talk her into it this week. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Terry. I'm working on it.
Come up there and hang out with Kenny and man, Foxy Fishes. When you get her up on the panel, and you ever get her started and everything.
It's like you say to Joe, I don't have my makeup on.
Yeah.
I just don't have my face on.
Nobody's never got their makeup on.
It takes some time. I don't wake up like this.
I'm still trying to get Peplin up on the panel. And at 1 week I was sick. I said I couldn't make it. He posted that he was going to be on the panel that night and everything. And of course he was.
Well,
but now I appreciate all of y'all and love all y'all.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you again, everybody in the chat. And I will see you next Sunday. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Peace.